Welcome to Ion Plainsboro. I am your host, Lenny Soloro, Director of Recreation and Community Services for the Township of Plainsboro. Today we have a special guest with us, Tori Maciorski, who is the newest recreation member, and she is our program coordinator. Tori, before we get started, why don't you tell the residents a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so I started working for the department in June. I came from Morris County in Lake Hopatcong. I went to Penn State to study landscape architecture, and after graduating decided I wanted to pursue a career in recreation. So I started working for New Jersey Recreation and Park Association, which is where I met you, and then started here in June.
So we are so happy to have you, and yes, for those people that know me from New Jersey Recreation and Parks Association, we did steal Tori from our state association office. What sparked your interest in recreation? So I know you majored in landscape architecture. What sparked your interest? What made that switch, and why did you want to make a career switch?
So I always loved outdoors, and I wanted to have some kind of work that I could be outdoors part-time. So that's why I went into landscape architecture in school. Getting into that, I really enjoyed parks, and I knew I wanted to work for some sort of a parks department. So at school, I did the recreation, park, and tourism major. And then through that, took some event planning courses, took some leadership courses, and found that I really liked recreation. And then I totally shifted my focus.
And we are so glad that you chose to apply here. I think you have been a perfect fit for this department. And just by what you were saying before, is that this department is so multifaceted. We have our programming division, but we have our park ranger division, which we just got done interviewing Blake Byer, our new senior park ranger. So that's a selfish plug for you to all watch that program as well. We have the Nature Preserve. We also have the Wyckoff Museum, which reopened 3 years ago. Food pantry, so we kind of cover it all here. So I know you started here in probably the busiest time of year, right? So you started at the end of June, probably 1 week before summer camp opened. So you really hit the ground running. There was no time to even get a little bit walk into it. It was just hit the ground running. So tell us a little bit about your daily responsibilities and what are you been asked to provide here for the township?
So as you were just saying, I came in right at the beginning of summer camp, and that felt like one of my biggest responsibilities, as I will be taking over all of the youth programs that goes from pre-K up to teen programs, as well as I'm also doing the sports. So programming, coordinating, and supervising youth in sports, summer camp, and also we're trying to grow our social media programs. So I'm taking over the Facebook. We have 1,000 followers now, starting our Instagram accounts and TikTok. So you can find all of that at Plainsboro Recreation.
All right, so that was an important one. So you combine those two, because that was going to be one of my other questions. Okay. Is I know that we've been talking about a big marketing campaign, right? Especially coming out of COVID, post-COVID, people kind of forgot about our program. So we really need to get the word out. And we did not have a big following on social media. We didn't have a role there. So now that we have you on board, we've asked you to take those platforms and run with it so that more people will realize who we are and what we're doing. The other question that we wanted to talk about is just a little bit more about the diversity in the programming for children, right? So a lot of people think that recreation is just sports, right? That's all we do is play, sports and games and everything. It has a puck or a ball or a net. Tell us a little bit more about the diversity in the programming that we offer here in Plainsboro.
Yeah, we have a little bit of everything. Of course, we do have some sports programs for children, starting as young as 2. But we also have, we value the importance of STEM, of art. We have story time. We have craft programs. All different kinds of arts and drawings. We have cooking. Cooking is new, so we're bringing in, that type of art as well.
So, yeah, what we talk about here in Plainsboro Recreation Department is, we're charged with a lot of people's free time. So our definition of recreation is anything people are doing in their non-work or non-school time. So that's a huge areas. Some people's recreation can be sports. Some people's recreation can be walking at the preserve on one of the trails. Other people could be just sitting and reading a book under a tree. That could be their recreation. So, you know, that's a big gap to fill. And we're very proud that we have such a diverse program. We're so glad to have you as part of the staff. I know you haven't been on the staff very long, but tell us a little bit about the atmosphere in the Plainsboro Recreation Department.
It's very friendly, very open. The staff has been so helpful with getting me on board, helping me learn all of the programs that we use, just the way that the building works. We have all these different spaces, wonderful spaces to use. Our building is beautiful. So, you know, it was a big step in my career for me, but it's been very easy.
That's great. And, you know, Tori's saying that, and the staff here, you know, as a director, I have nothing but great things to say about the staff. And, you know, we welcome you aboard with open arms, and I think you're going to have a great future here. One of our taglines is within our staff meetings is we talk about all the time is everybody's #1 job here is to make everybody else's job easier, right? So that's something that we use in our staff meetings all the time, and pretty much it's said constantly. So again, welcome aboard. Great having you here on the show.
Thank you.
This is Lenny Soloro signing off for Eye on Plainsboro. See you next time.